What's good, YouTube? It's Josh back with another video, dog. In today's video, we got TikTok rants about how parents are holding you back. This relates similarly to my previous video, but I'm gonna let the people do the explanation. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
When you listen to mama, you never gonna improve. Baby, why you moving? Why you ain't going to school? Why you starting a business? Why don't you just go work a job? Ain't nothing wrong with a job.
Nothing wrong.
But it ain't for me. So
Nothing wrong with a job, but it ain't for me. That's Steph is Cole, by the way. Go subscribe to him.
I know my siblings gonna be mad at me, but I know my sister could also understand. My parents not having money is holding us back because we tend to do the things that we're not supposed to be doing because we feel like because we're the oldest, we need to take care of the youngest one. But that shouldn't be the case. I just feel like that's one of the reasons why I tell myself all the time that I cannot be rich, I cannot be broke. I have no choice but to make sure I'm good, to be able to take care of my future kids, because I don't ever want my son to do the things that I'm doing right now at my age. I want my son to be at 25 only thinking about himself, only thinking about how he wants to improve his life. I don't want him to think about how he's gonna raise his younger siblings. Nah, that's my job as a dad. You feel me?
That's true.
I feel like not ever having that is something I want to make sure that I do. You feel me? I want to make sure that I take care of my kids. Even if I'm not here no more, I want to make sure I lay a foundation to the point where if I have to die, my wife can carry on without me, and my kids can grow up and have a good life. You don't have to worry about taking care of the siblings.
I want to talk about 3 ways your parents influence you to still feel like a child even though you're a grown-ass adult. So, number 1, anytime you want to take a risk, anytime you want to make a decision for yourself, they shut it down. They place doubt into it, fear. Are you sure you want to do that? Are you sure? You know you're usually scared of, you know you're too shy. You know you usually... They like to try to remind you of all the reasons why you shouldn't do it, or all the reasons why you personally wouldn't be able to do it. So then you start doubting yourself and subconsciously feeling like, oh, they must know better than me. That keeps you in a childlike state. So the second thing is they always find your opinion or your self-expression to be intolerable or unacceptable. They cannot accept you for who you are. They can only accept you for who they want you to be, who they want to mold you into. And anything outside of that, you're evil. Actually, you're disobedient, you're evil, you're disrespectful. They can find a way to tie morality into it, right? So you're going to HELL, or it's always something negative.
Always.
But they don't want to support your real self. They want to keep you in a box like they could when you were a child. So if you actually listen to them, you're going to feel like a child. And the last one is that they think they know you better than you know yourself. They convince you to really believe that they know you better than you know yourself just because they gave birth to you or they had you. So anytime you try to speak up for yourself and have autonomy or governance, I think that's a word, over yourself, they have to remind you in some way, you're mine. I'm in control of you.
Always. It's always this. It's always this. Listen to what I'm about to say. It was what? Listen. Ready? It's always this. I carried you for 9 months. Man. It's always that. They always pull that card. I carried you for 9 months card. It's not just for young people. They even got old adults saying that. As long as your parents still alive, they might pull that same card out, dog. That's the crazy part about it.
In some way, shape, or form, they want to remind you that you belong to them. You don't belong to them. They don't belong to you. You're a full grown ass adult. And when you're a child, or if you have a parent that's living, you want to make your parents proud. You want your parents to feel validated. You want your parents to feel like you are connected to them, and they weaponize that. They use that very thing against you. And so if you feed into that, if you make yourself small or pretend to be somebody that you're not just to appease them, guess what? That's keeping you in a childlike state. So if you're wondering why you're 70 years old and you still feel like a child, it's not because you're not grown as fuck or you're not old enough. It's because you're subconsciously still being ran by your parents.
That's facts.
And with black parents, you will never be grown, and it doesn't matter how many bills you pay. They don't believe you paying those bills, okay? Let me explain. My whole life, my parents have been like, you ain't grown until you pay this bill, or you pay that bill, or you got your own car, you got your own place, you got your own this, you got your own that. Until then, you ain't grown, okay? I'm 25 years old now, okay? I got my own place, got my own car, working, got bills that I pay, everything like that. Guess what? I'm still not grown in their eyes. My dad told me today, you ain't grown until you got a mortgage to pay and insurance. I said, okay, Dad, now listen. I live in California. My rent is probably the same price as your mortgage. Please stop the cap. Please stop the cap at this point, because I got real bills. Auto pay come out all the time for me. I don't understand why y'all don't believe I'm paying real bills out here too. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. And then he talk about, oh, I'm not grown until I pay insurance. I'm going to be 26 in a few months. I'm going to know exactly what that feel like. And guess what? Once I get 26, guess what? They still going to be like, I'm not grown. I just know it. I just know it. They're going to be putting different stipulations on it every single time. The next step, I believe, they're going to be like, you ain't grown until you get some kids. I don't want to be that grown.
That's facts, bro. She's speaking facts. It's like parents are they just want some type of control over you, belittling you. And that's what the title of this video is for. Like, parents are holding you back, don't want to see you grow. And you won't get respect. It's so much things that go into it, bro. And we're like realizing this so much now. Everybody, a lot of like black people want better for themselves, and it's like, wow, I realized that I was just underneath the control, the fear, the anxiety of like a parent that probably didn't want to see me do better than them. And I'm not really understanding why a lot of parents are like that, because you went like 18 to 20 years taking care of that child, your child, and I'm pretty sure it was exhausting. You spent a lot of money, had days where you didn't think you'll make it. And now that they're up the age where they could like go to school or provide for themselves, you're making it tough for them. You're belittling them. You don't think that they can do it. And not even that, you're not even setting them up. Like I said, this relates to like the other video that I made. You're not setting them up for like any type of like greatness. You didn't save up for their college and all that stuff. Now you have to probably take care of them and help them out for another 10 years until they could get on their feet. You want so much control, but they don't realize that it comes back around to bite them in the back. Like, oh, you still have to do it now. If you would have got me right with any type of generational wealth or something that could help me get on my feet on my own at such a young age quickly, then the parent could live like stress-free. Don't have to worry about me. Don't have to worry about their kids, because you already set them up from the start. You made a plan. Now you could like go on your trips. You don't have to be stressed now. That's crazy, dog. I really messed with what she said and what the other guy said.
You know what people don't talk about? How hard it is to chase your dreams when your own household is the thing that's holding you back. Because when the environment you live in drains you, you don't just lose motivation. You lose discipline, consistency, and the energy you need to even show up for yourself. And that's the thing. People love saying just be disciplined, just focus, just work harder. But they don't see what your environment is doing to you. When your house is full of stress, shouting, pressure, or confusion, you lose more than they think. You lose self-esteem because every little thing you do gets judged. You lose confidence in your own decisions because you've never been allowed to trust yourself. You lose emotional safety because you're always walking around like something's gonna happen, something wrong is gonna happen. You lose creativity because your mind is too busy surviving instead of imagining. You lose rest because even when you're home, you're never at peace, mentally at peace. And the worst one, you lose the courage to dream big Because you're scared they will crush it before it even starts. Sometimes you're not misunderstood, you're just unprotected. And yeah, your parents might love you, but their love doesn't always show up in the way your dreams needs. So you have to learn to think for yourself. Put yourself first sometimes. Stand up for yourself, even when you're wrong. Stand for yourself. Because the worst thing you can do is make yourself look like a villain when you are the victim. Your dreams needs protection, and if no one is giving you that, you give it to yourself.
You know, he makes sense as well when you think about it like this. I see why a lot of like young kids, I don't want to call them kids, but young adults, they just graduated high school. I see why they want to move away. I see why they want to like be on the college campus, go in dorms. I see why they, want to move away. You feel trapped. They feel trapped. And in order for them to really find themselves and to discover themselves is to get away from their parents' control. And honestly, if you want to really be serious, I really think, I don't know like the statistics behind this, but I really think that the best workers, the hardest workers, like the best achievers, I should say, are usually the ones that moved out their parents' home at a young age, moved out, went to school up north, whatever, stayed in a dorm, and like they found themselves. I feel like those are like the real high achievers, real people that actually doing it in life. They felt trapped. That's what it was. I see why a lot of young people want to move away from their parents. That's the only way you can grow, and that's the only way you could like thrive in this and try to be successful in your life, not their life, your life. Oof, that was a bar. Wow, when you really think about it, it's a lot that goes into it. But anyways, guys, that is it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you stay to the end, shout out to you. That means you want to see more videos, and more videos will be coming. Don't forget to share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Needless to say, everything will be okay. My name is Josh. I'm out.